I don't feel pain, fear, desire. It's like all things that make us human are fading away. It's like the less human I feel, all this knowledge about everything, quantum physics, applied mathematics, the infinite capacity of a cell's nucleus.
Scarlett, don't put your hand too much in the front of you. You can have your arm a little, no, on left. Yeah.
Luc's work is really what drew me to this project because the script was quite simple, and while the ideas were complex, reading it, the scene descriptions were particularly involved. I just had to kind of trust Luc's vision, and fortunately I had his resume to really encourage me to collaborate with him. And so I remember meeting him and he was like, if you see what I'm seeing, you'll believe in it. And so I just, you kind of have to take a leap of faith. Ignorance brings chaos, not knowledge.
The way Scarlett talked the first time about the script, at this moment, for me, it was done. It was her for sure. Because she was excited for the real reason, which is the story. But then the second step for her was, now I have to play the part. And that's where it starts to be complicated. Because the Lucy at the beginning and the Lucy at the end, there's nothing in common.
There's something happening to her, and I didn't want all of these characteristics to be completely stripped away so that it was just a kind of monotonous, blank performance. You have to kind of see the human behind the circumstance, and it was difficult to try to not have that be totally flat. Wow, it's crazy.
It's really challenging to play. Everything you know today is 12%. How are you gonna play when I'm gonna ask you to play 25, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100? Because nothing that you can give will suit your state. And we did something very funny. Scarlett has it on her wall, which is 10%, 20, 30, every 10%, what you can do with this percentage. What is your level of knowledge and possibilities? And it was a very good guide. And every morning she was looking to see which girl she has to play. And she was exceptional. I was blown away.
Luc and I have talked a lot about his research and how he's developed this story with various clinical psychologists and scientists, professors. But for me, I only wanted to be aware of what Luc had intended this character to be. I didn't want what she sees, what she's experiencing, to be muddled by anything that my character would know.
The first step is access to yourself, the entire control of your body. Then the second step is the control of the others. When it's not you, it's you, and I can control everyone. And the third one is the matter. And then the fourth one, what is the ultimate? And it was very interesting to imagine it.
The knowledge. A very solitary experience. She loses the ability to empathize, to feel pain. So I would say the most fun scenes for me to shoot is really the first time that you see my character, because it was really the only time that I was able to try to breathe the real humanity into her and kind of give a little bit of life, or sort of imagine, kind of color this character before everything is stripped away.
When you start the film, everybody, the French, the Americans, the Taiwanese, everybody say a prayer.
Just a little explanation for you. In Taiwan, when we do a first day of shooting, we usually have to pray to the gods. So these are all the things that we give to the gods. And later on, in about 5 minutes, you'll see a lot of people holding incense, and that's our way to show our respects to the gods.
We shot in Taipei for about 3 weeks. I really loved filming in that city. I just loved being able to explore that city, and I think in some ways, just the fact that we were all so tired and jet-lagged and out of our element really added to the kind of the disorientation of the character. But it's a very welcoming city. We really had a wonderful time exploring.
Yeah, good, very good.
The first few days, it's a little confusing because I'm sick, speak only Korean. But I have also people from Taiwan who speak only Taiwanese, and French who doesn't speak English, and English who doesn't speak French. So I have basically 3 translators next to me, and every time I say something, everybody's like, what do you want? Everybody was talking. It was very funny on the set.
Action.
It was wonderful working with Choi. He's a formidable co-star. We didn't speak the same language, but we could communicate very much with our expression. He's a very warm person, so even though we were doing scenes that were really violent and cold and brutal, he was lovely, and was always happy to be on set, and also was wonderful to watch because he's so incredibly expressive, and I think he added a lot to this character that could just be seen probably as evil or bad, and he really fills out that character and makes it a very multifaceted one.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
모처럼 휴가를 받아서 집으로 가고 있는 중에 룩 베송 감독이 저를 찾는다고 굉장히 놀라웠고 제가 그 신인 배우 시절에 그분의 영화를 보면서 굉장히 많은 감흥을 얻었던 기억이 떠올랐어요. 그 순간 이렇게 연기 생활을 하다 보니까 이렇게 만나지는구나.
I'm fascinated by Choi Min-sik. He's one of the greatest actors I met. He's a superstar in Asia. It's probably DiCaprio multiplied by Tom Cruise. And I think since Leon the Professional is Gary Oldman, I think that's the best villain I work with because this one is really, really a villain.
I'll be at your door in 12 hours.
You always drive like that?
I've never driven before.
La voiture ressort ici à contresens. Ici va y avoir un gros crash de voiture.
All the stunts were amazing. The car really fly in the air.
In Paris, Luc had this crazy idea of having the car going through the opposite traffic on Rue de Rivoli, which is the heart of Paris. So it was kind of crazy.
Rue de Rivoli, it's a very large 4 lines going one way, and Lucy just with a car go backward, full speed in the middle of the day. So it takes a week to shoot that. And then you big stunt in a flea market. Most of the time when you do a stunt, it's very large, you don't have people. And here, it's at 2 p.m., full of, and you have all this great knowledge. You know, I stopped school very early, I make films. And now I'm making a film about knowledge and I'm just destroying their knowledge. I think in the walls we put more than 2,000 bullets, rounds, 2,000 of them everywhere. And I have this image of the first day when everything is clean and the last day, and you can't even recognize La Sorbonne.
Luc has written a script that represents humanity. Every character comes from a different origin in the film.
Anything that I could have imagined the film to have looked like just from reading the script pale in comparison to the actual life that Luc breathed into this project.
Action.
Luc is a movie maker, and if you enjoy making movies, you'll enjoy Luc.
Very impressive man. Writer.
I can feel the rotation of the earth. The heat leaving my body. The blood in my veins. I can feel my brain. The deepest parts of my memory.
Sweetie, we have a bad connection. I can't hear you so well. What did you say about memory?